Hello, Leo. Elsie here to do your monthly reading. We are already looking into August, and I know, Leo, your birthday's coming up. We're all waiting on you, Leo. So if you are in the southern hemisphere, it is already Leo season. But if you're in the northern hemisphere, we're still waiting one more day. Leo, I'm here with your reading for August. Let's find out what's going on for you. If you are somebody who is a sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter sign, there could be something here for you for the month of August. Let's get it out here on the table for you, Leo. My fire family, I'm a Leo Jupiter. Let's find out what's going on here for you, Leo. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have clear out the clutter. We have it's a time to heal, friend. You see clearly now. I kind of love all of this energy. And look at that. This feels like all the stepping stones toward your transformation. That's what it feels like here. So it says here, clear out the clutter. It feels like it is time to clear out a cupboard, maybe clear out the basement. It feels like it's time to clear the clutter of the mind. It's time to let things go, friend. I feel like keeping yourself thinking, being in the past, living in the past, whether it's in your mind, your clothes, your hair, whatever it is, I feel like it's stopping you from going forward. So it says here, clear out the clutter. I feel card 28 tells me 10, right? 2 and 8 is 10. It's the end of the cycle. It's time to just get rid of the things, the thoughts, the people, the situations, the job, whatever it is for you, friend, that is not matching where you're about to go. Because look at this, card number 55. And that tells me that there is quick change coming for you. So I think this is please clear out the clutter. It's time for you to let things go because this is your time to heal. It feels like somebody here might have been bit in July, possibly the previous month, but this looks like, is it a rattlesnake? Yeah, it looks like a rattlesnake is looking into the past. So 55 tells me things are about to pick up, change, move quicker, and it's a time for you to heal. Heal the past and keep moving forward. Because once you heal the past, once you clear out the clutter of the mind or the situation or whatever it was, the bad situation you had to endure, then we get some clarity of the mind. And I really love this, the owl spirit being here, because owl is transformation. The owl is bringing information from the other realms to you. You know, sometimes owls will show up out of nowhere when someone has passed over, and then you'll know that someone is here watching over you. I love this because it's card 43, which is a 7, and for me, 7s are good energy, good luck if you believe in luck, but also 7s are heavens for me. So we got 2 10s here, my friend. What's this one? And an 11. So we've got 2 10s and 11. Yeah. It feels like there's ascension going on here. It does feel like there is ascension. What is this? Spirit has a plan. Transformation is beautiful. It feels like I'm going to say here you're in the cocoon, and here it's time for you to realize that nothing is ever going to be as it was. You can't change the past, and it's time just to carry on. This is the time in your life where people are supposed to be admiring you and seeing you. Look, Jupiter is in Leo. It's all about you coming up, my friend. Everything changing, growing, expanding. The wheel of fortune is here giving you good things in your life. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the tarot. Tell me about, look at that, 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Celebration. Tell me about Leo. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What else do we need to know about Leo for the month of August of 2026? Tell me about Leo. We've got the King of Wands. Go get it, friend. That's what it is. The King of Wands has a lot of wisdom. I feel like whatever this thing was that bit you or stung you or hurt you, I feel like it's time for you to wrap up a cycle here, card number 10, because the King of Wands is here. It's time for you to go get what is yours. Now, the thing is the King of Wands does have wisdom. This is somebody who realizes that they can't just burn down the whole forest for the trees. This is a person who knows that the controlled burn is best. So I'm going to say, but this is the one who's always going to pursue their passion. So I feel like it's telling you here to clear out an old cycle, clear out what's in the mind, because it's time for you to pursue what makes you feel the most passionate about life. It's also inspiration. So I feel like it's this clearing out the clutter or getting rid of the past here, whatever is attaching you to the past energy. I feel it's telling you to be inspired to move forward. We have the Knight of Pentacles. I like this because it feels like you are about to go on a brand new journey. And I can see clearly now that it's time for you to possibly start a new cycle. The Empress is very abundant. So you can see clearly now that there's abundance in front of you if you're not so busy looking, thinking about the past. So I really do believe that going forward is going to bring you to a new cycle of creative energy that is inspiring you to go get the things that you've always wanted. We've got the time to heal energy here with the Knight of Pentacles. I think that there might be something here slowing you down to make sure that you get all the details along the way, along the journey. I know everybody wants to skip to the good part. I get those private reads all the time where people don't want to know what they have to do to reach the finish line. They just want to know what time they're going to get there and who's going to be waiting. And I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is asking you to just maybe slow down a little bit, look at the details, make sure that you are learning the lessons along the way. Make sure that this wasn't in vain, right? Make sure that this didn't show up just to hurt you for no reason. Make sure that you learn from that. Make sure that you learn that snakes are quiet until just before the strike. You're not going to hear them, and it happens really quick. So just be careful with that. But you can still run and get your passion. Just be careful and look over details. Make sure you're not making quick decisions. I know too many Leos who are like, I'm going there. Then they get there and they're like, okay, wait, I didn't have a plan for when I got here. So make sure you have a plan for when you get there. Oh, look at that. I was just talking about the Wheel of Fortune because Jupiter's in your sign, friend, at least for a year. And it is going to change things, grow things. Look, maybe you're not a fan of change because like me, you're a fixed sign. I'm a Taurus, you're a Leo. And I feel like you're maybe not a fan of change, but it feels like this is really good change. You are going to be inspired to change in your own time, Leo. I feel like you are going to be inspired to change in your own time. And once you heal from all of this stuff, I think that August, what's unfolding for you is healing. You're going to realize that the good things are coming because you feel them, but I feel like they're all leading up to this new vibration. So the Empress can be feminine or masculine energy, but nonetheless is ready to birth something. Could be a child if you're a feminine, right? But it could also be a new cycle. It can be a new creative project. And so you're going to clear out the clutter so you can see something clearly. And I feel like things that are changing and moving forward for you are inspiring you to go get what you want. Look at this. Look, when the Wheel of Fortune shows up with the Ten of Pentacles, I'm not telling you to buy a lottery ticket, okay? I'm not telling you to buy a lottery ticket. I'm just saying that the Wheel of Fortune is blowing up your Ten of Pentacles. And that's all I'm saying. So maybe you get the job you've always wanted. Maybe you now have a plan for the future that is ready to move forward. Maybe there is something that is showing up stable, secure, long-term, time, energy, effort, money, your health is on point. It feels like something here is about to change for the better, and it's going to hang around for a while. So get used to this good energy here, friend. We've got the Three of Pentacles. I feel like we are talking about possibly partnerships. So I'm going to say that I know that you're a bit of a lone wolf, but I feel like letting in friends, letting in partnerships, beginning to trust people, get to know them slowly. You know, it feels like, it's like when you get more than one set of eyes on something, it grows faster. And I feel like the Three of Pentacles here is next to the Ten of Pentacles for a reason. Because I think that it's something saying like, you're the one who has the inspiration. You're the one who has the fire to go get what you want. But I feel like the ideas are collective. It feels like it's a collective group of people, or maybe you have people who are closest to you that you trust, you collaborate and cooperate with. This could be a network of people. This could be people at work, a job it could be. But it feels like whatever is showing up here, it feels like you will get maybe an idea from somebody. It doesn't necessarily mean they have to be working with you in order for you to be inspired to go. But maybe you're inspired by ideas from a group of people. Doesn't even have to be a group of people that you know, friend. Let's find out what's going on with the Knight of Pentacles here. we've got the Ten of Wands. Ooh, the Sun is here. Look at all these great cards. I feel like somebody's about to buy a house, or you're about to be invited to a house party or a celebration. So it could be a wedding, something that we're celebrating. Maybe a baby's being born. I don't know. Maybe it's a baby shower. But we have the Sun here, and the Sun is indicating that something's about to be revealed to you that is celebratory. So the Ten of Wands tells me that you have probably been on some sort of a journey for a very long time, trying to figure out which way to go. Where's the path taking me? Where's this map taking me? And why is this all taking so long? I feel like when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, it says, look, now is the time of expansion. And if you are not the one who likes quick expansion, this might be a little bit aggravating for you. But I feel like with the Sun being here, of course, at the center of the reading, the middle of the month, right? It feels like that's when something here is revealed to you. And it feels like something is revealed, or something is healed, or something that you see clearer than you did before. And it causes you to drop some sort of a burden you were carrying. Maybe about your birth month. Look, some of you could be having an age that bothers you. Maybe you're turning a certain age and it's bothering you that you're turning a certain age. But I feel like what's revealed to you is that age is just a number. We've got the Four of Wands here. You still have stability. You still have friends. It feels like it's going to be a celebratory time. But it also feels like it comes on the heels of something that I feel you had to leave behind. So I think you almost feel free is what it feels like. You feel free. You don't feel like you're being held back by the Knight of Pentacles anymore. You feel free to celebrate. This is a good time. The sun is in the sky. You know you thrive when the sun is out, right? So it does feel like there is a Four of Wands situation showing up, and that could be maybe someone is buying a house or moving in with somebody. I always see the Four of Wands of going to the next level, and what's next to the Four of Wands is the Sun. So it feels like maybe you have a revelation that maybe if you're in a relationship already, you want to take it to the next level. Maybe you met someone and you want to go, you want to just be able to see that person exclusively. You want to go exclusive. If you have been dating someone for a while, maybe you ask them to move in. If you've been living with them for a while, maybe the next step is engagement, or talking about how we're going to live our lives from here, going into the next level, because this is the next vibration. So I feel like somebody here is outgrowing the old vibration. It feels like you're clearing out the old things because you need to make room for the Empress. The Empress takes up a lot of space. I'm going to say, Leo, this is your time to take up a lot of space. Get on some creative projects. Look, if you have an affinity for music or poetry or writing, being in the spotlight, speaking out loud, being the face of a business, you are just perfect for that. Look, everybody wants to look at Leo. Leo's beautiful to look at. Leo Sun, Leo Rising, you're beautiful to look at. And so I feel like you're going to take the spotlight as somebody who's got it all together. You're really good to look at. People like to listen to you. It feels like that. So if you can forward face something, a camera, a bunch of people, be a speaker out front, it says here that there's something here that you're going to be seeing clearly. And I think it's your potential, quite honestly. I feel like you feel charged up or powered up in the month of August. Even you little July Leos. I know that there's only a few days in July. So my son is a July Leo. Tell me when your birthday is. I'd like to know when your birthday is. If you can tell me in the comments. I'd love to say happy birthday. Well, look at this. We got the Two of Cups here. We've got the Ace of Cups. Something really emotionally satisfying is about to surprise you. I'm going to say that you are seeing something very clearly. The owl has acute vision, right? And they can see in the dark, they can see in the light. And I feel like what's going on here is the Two of Cups. For some of you, you could be meeting somebody new because the Ace of Cups is here. So you could be meeting someone who could be of romantic interest. You could be meeting them around the end of August, I would say, because I'm going beginning, middle, and end, right? So it feels like it's probably somewhere around the end of August. I'm going to say that this person opens you up. Leo, you can be a little bit of a clam that is slammed shut, right? You don't necessarily open up to everybody. I feel like you'll be opening up to someone. But I feel like this person is somebody who doesn't really need you, I'm going to say. So be prepared for that, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. This is someone who doesn't really need you. I'm not saying that you need to be following them everywhere. I don't think they're going to be aloof or detached. This person really wants to love on you and take care of you and dote on you. That's who the Empress is. But I feel like there is some sort of new bonded energy coming in. And what I mean by that is if you're going to meet somebody new, it feels like you get to know them intimate conversation. You feel like you want to share with them right away. It feels like you do meet them in a place that is probably a social kind of place. It feels like you're opening up to everything here, Leo. It almost feels like, you know, in the winter you're slammed shut. That's what it feels like. You know, there's no reason for me to be open here, but I feel like somebody here you're going to meet is going to open you up, and so you're going to feel surprised. They're gonna open up the heart space. It feels like it could be a best friend. Look, it doesn't have to be romantic. The Two of Cups isn't always romantic energy. It's emotional energy, and this is emotional reciprocity. So it does feel like you might meet someone who likes the same things or who is silly like you, possibly. But I'm gonna say that the ball's in your court. Look, I feel like you've either manifested this, but I think what I want you to know mostly is that you are in charge of creating your reality. Whatever goes on from here, you know, the butterfly has a very short lifespan, but and I'm not saying that you will, but I'm saying that this butterfly effect, right, is the caterpillar who spends most of their short life trying not to get stepped on, trying not to get killed. And if they are fortunate enough to make it into the cocoon, that's where literally they're digesting their body. Like it's not a party in there. It's hard. I feel like you've gone through a really hard part in your life, or if you've had a hard life. But look, when they come out, everybody admires a butterfly. Everybody loves butterflies. Maybe not everybody, but I know most people do, because they realize that they mean change is coming and transformation is here. So I feel like you are coming into this part of your life here, Leo, where everybody's going to look at you. They're going to admire you. It feels like Jupiter at least is here, everybody is going to be admiring Leo. So I feel like there is maybe a new group of friends coming in, or maybe you're clearing out the old group of friends in order to feel more abundant. But it does feel like there's a lot going on here, and I think we're going to go into the extended, and we're going to talk a lot more about this. I'm going to put down 3 cards to see what else we're going to talk about. We still got to talk about your transformation and what you can expect to come next here. I'm going to look here. What's this? Oh yeah, Spirit has a plan. And that's the plan. I think the plan may have been for you to go on this really slow journey and have a bit of a hard time, learn to stay out of the way of the snakes. And now it's time for you to move forward. Look at this. We have the 6 of Swords here. We have the 7 of Pentacles. You've worked really hard. And now it's time for you to get out of the chaos of whatever you were living in. And it is time for you to move forward. Look at that. We've got Temperance. And Temperance is... what is the word I'm looking for? It is like everything coming together at the right time, right? It is, it's amalgamation of the high highs and the low lows, and everything finally comes to a place where you feel confident, secure, and like, oh, okay, I could get along with that. I could take that. That feels really good to me. It's an integration is what I wanted to say. It feels like you're taking everything that hurt you, everything you learned from it, and you're taking all of that, integrating it, and coming into the Empress energy is what it feels like here. Some of you could be meeting an Empress, but I have a feeling that some of you are the Empress. So take it whatever way you want, but I feel like you are a master manifester right here. Look at all the butterflies. Right? We've got a butterfly theme going here. I feel like you've gone through some sort of major transformation. I'm going to say that this year for you is going to be a very lucky year. You guys know that I don't believe in luck because I think the universe is way too organized for that. But it's going to feel lucky. It's going to feel good. Things are going to be turning in a fortunate way for you. Going to be turning your way. Because, look at this. We started and we ended with the same card, essentially. It says, clear out the clutter. Here we go. Detachment. I'm no longer settling for the stuff that's not for me. I'm no longer settling for half-assed relationships. I'm looking for the other 2 cups. And there it is. 2 cups and 8 cups. That's 10. We have some sort of opportunity that's coming up for you here. And it might be a little bit emotionally overwhelming, but I feel like it's going to ground you nonetheless. It could be a creative opportunity. I'm just saying that, Leo, you're very good in front of the camera. You're beautiful to look at. And people, you know, if you've got some sort of a creative thing that you do and you can be facing forward, I think that you would do really well with that. That might be something that you might want to look at in the month of August. But I think this is what's unfolding for you. So if you want to come into the extended, please look at the pinned comment. That's where all the comments are. It's above where all the comments are. And if you're interested in coming in and watching me pull this apart, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk more about this. And please come into the membership area. You will see the link there. And you'll also see the extendeds for all the other readings as well. If you're interested in a private read, if any of this is curious for you, please know that I have readings that are $40 and they go up from there. And I can do a 3-month reading. I can do a 6-month reading. So whatever you're interested in, I can provide that for you. Please take the link to Hypsee, take a look at my prices and packaging. You'll notice that my live readings are always on sale. So I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I'm going to go now to the extended. If you want to be there, great. And if you're not, that's cool, because I'll be back. I'm always back. You know that I am. Take care, Leo. Thanks. Bye-bye.